Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Royal Instinct. Today we are going to be watching a video by Valuetainment, Patrick Bet David, where he's going to be talking about whether AI will replace humans at work. So let's get right into the video.
According to World Economic Forum, 85 million jobs will be replaced.
And I love the fact that he's quoting the World Economic Forum, the boogeyman of the world, the evil corporation who is apparently working in our favor. They are making decisions on our behalf. Klaus Schwab, the leader of the World Economic Forum, has bragged about how he has been able to penetrate, let us sit there, penetrate international governments of other countries, how he has been able to infiltrate and literally push his agenda and influence into those spheres. So you might be thinking that your leaders have your best interest at heart, how that your leaders will do the right thing by you. In essence, our leaders have sold us out. Our leaders are part of the WEF, and can go on the website and we'll see most of the top officials in your country will be part of that organization. And they are bringing in the agenda of the WEF, who is heavily involved with big corporations like investment banks, asset management firms like BlackRock, Barclays. All these big banks are part of it, and they want you in the end to own nothing, and they promise that you'll remain happy. Okay, they are bringing about a dystopian future. They are bringing about change that nobody has fucking asked for. There'll be no humanity left. There'll be no freedom left. They are literally selling you out and want to extract all the resources out of your pocket. And AI is another tool of how they will achieve this. Okay, they will use AI to displace most of humanity, to displace most of the working class. I mean, if you're earning anything under $1 million, like wherever your job is, AI and robotics will come and take over it. Okay. The only thing left for you to do is for you to start building your kingdom, right? We are all moving into the metaverse. We are moving online. And if you want to remain relevant, if you want to have a life, if you want to exist online, then you need to understand that you need a large following. You need to be seen as somebody who is important. You need to be seen as a king. And the way we do that here is by making content, by building a following, building a fan base, rising to the top, be seen as a king, have a kingdom, and ensure that you make as much money as possible and live a life of luxury. Okay, but let's carry on with this video.
By AI by 2025. And on top of that, PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers, said an estimated 30% of all jobs will be replaced by AI in mid-30s. Goldman Sachs said 300 million jobs are going to be replaced. But a data came out, which is very crazy, breaking down who does AI hurt the most, men or women? Whites, blacks, Hispanics, Asians. Those with a high school diploma, those with bachelors, those with masters. And then what jobs are going to be replaced? What jobs are going to be protected? And then what new skill sets are on the rise? We're going to talk about all of that today.
And yeah, I mean, there's tough times coming for most of humanity. Most of humanity will be displaced. They don't want more people on Earth. Okay, they want population capped. They want the global population capped. They want to bring down the human population because they don't want more emissions in the earth, so they can still fly around on their private jets, but you won't be allowed to go on your holiday once a year. Okay. And they're not going to do it by some sort of genocide or something evil like that. No, what they'll do is they'll just lock you into into voluntary imprisonment. They'll lock you into your room, they'll plug you into the metaverse so you have something fun to do until you die of old age and fizzle out of existence.
Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. So check careers due to digitization, robotics, and AI advancements.
So let's just go back there. By 2030, at least 14% of employees globally might need to change their careers due to digitization, robotics, and AI advancements. I mean, that's 14% is a lot. Is that the true figure? Who knows, right? AI gets more and more advanced year on year. Okay, my estimation is the end target is for AI to displace most of humanity. I mean, once driverless cars, okay, I believe it's something like 50-60% of the world's jobs are um linked to transportation. Okay, um yeah, they're linked to it. Either you use your car, you drive a truck, you drive a ferry, you drive a plane. Most of jobs are linked to transportation, and once you have driverless cars come in, you know, a lot of people will be made more and more jobless, more and more redundant. And I don't think AI takes that into account. The study that this guy is quoting.
So what is Pew Research saying on who's going to be affected by AI? If you look at this chart here, look what it says.
Let's have a look. Hang on. So all workers, 19%, men 17, women 21. Whites and Asians. Um, the more educated
What
classes
shares
will be
of workers
fucked.
are the most exposed to AI in their jobs? So men, 17%, women, 21%, more than men. Whites, 20%, blacks, only 15%, Hispanics, only 13%, Asians, highest, 24%. AI is going to impact Asians the most, according to this. Then it goes to education. Less than high school diploma,
Why will it impact Asians the most? Why these demographics? Because it will impact technology jobs first. You see, most IT jobs, most technology jobs, engineering jobs, um, as it seems, is done by Asians.
it's not going to affect you. Why, though, somebody may ask. High school diploma, 12%. Some college, 19%. Look at bachelors. The most educated people who have gone to this school and educational system that we have, that we're going to be all free if we get this degree. They are the ones, 27%, most likely to be impacted by AI. But I'm following what you're telling me to do. I went to school. I got this degree. How can this impact me? There's a reason for it. Let's break it down. Because on this next page, it talks about what jobs are going to be automated. Number one, customer service representative, automated. Receptionist, automated. Accountants and bookkeepers, automated. Salespeople, automated. Research and analysis, automated. Warehouse work, automated. Insurance underwriting, automated. Retail, automated. Now, here's something that says,
I mean, when you hear this is truly scary. I mean, most of those jobs that he just read off, it's like, people who work those jobs, okay? And to think that people that will be made jobless because of this technology that no one asked for, and they will tell you it's for your benefit, and that you get to train up into a new career. Yeah, imagine if you're 40, 50 years old. Like, do you even have the energy at that age to train up for a new career? Okay. To protect yourself, there's only one solution that is left. You need to learn how to produce content. You need to learn how to amass a fan base so you can make money from your fans, from your content, so you can provide value to your followers and be exchanged monetarily that way. Okay, you need to become a king. In essence, you need to become build it out a kingdom. You need to become famous so you are protected going forward. We live in uncertain times, and I believe that these numbers that he's reading off are very, very conservative. Okay, I believe the actual impact will be a lot larger, and most people will have no opportunity to retrain. Okay, a lot of people will be left jobless. A lot of people will be made redundant. They'll be locked and voluntarily imprisoned, because the options that they'll be given for their unemployment will be, well, look, how about you plug yourself into the metaverse, to entertain yourself throughout the day, but you're not allowed to leave because it'll be a cost if you leave your house. You have to eat this food that we provide for you, and here's some universal basic income to pay for it all. Okay, and they will basically dictate what you can spend your money on, how you spend your money, how you live your life, what you consume online, and it's a very dehumanized life that you'll end up living. Okay, um, this is very it should be worrying you. The alarm bells should be ringing inside your head right now. Okay, and the only way to protect yourself is for you to become a subject matter expert, is for you to choose and decide what you are passionate about, what you want to work for the rest of your life, or just for a period of time at least, and make content around. Okay, here on Royal Instinct, I'm building my kingdom. I'm building my own fan base. I'm looking for 100 people who understand what I'm talking about, who are worried about the same things that I'm worried about, who want to be part of this movement, to build a kingdom, their own kingdom, for them to rise to the top, be part of a royal network of 100 kings, where we all conquer together, where we all rise together, where we all go straight to the top, become the de facto leaders, overthrow the current evil World Economic Forum in essence, and we usher in a safer phase for humanity, a safer. We provide leadership to people, so they do not get left behind, because a lot of people are going to be left behind. A lot of people are going to get really, really hurt. Okay, mental health issues rise when they are unemployed. Depression, people are more likely to be depressed and have serious health issues when they're unemployed. So a lot of people will suffer, and if you do not want that life for humanity, then you need to become the leader that the world needs.
Which jobs will not be replaced at all? Number one is teachers, which I don't know about that, because I think a lot of teachers, how many people are taking Udemy classes, and there's going to be these videos that are being made that are faceless videos. It's just audio, put the content, go. You know how many YouTubers right now have millions of subscribers? You don't ever see a face. It's just automated. You can create content now. Did you watch the video of Sam Altman talking about the new advanced AI, what it's doing? A guy says, here, let me show you guys what this got hundreds of millions of views on social. We'll give you an example of it. One guy says, how about a person walking in the streets of Japan while it's snowing? Advanced AI just made that video and it looks 100% real. What if somebody is stuck in, space and he's wearing a red something hat or whatever it was? That person is created walking on space, going to a spaceship. All of these people are putting this stuff. Within seconds, that video pops up. Do you know what happens to the film industry? I need a scene with somebody going through this. Boom, within seconds. You know what?
And this is where we're headed, guys. Okay, like there's a short window of opportunity left for, well, what he was saying is how AI produces content. Before AI becomes too advanced, where you will never be able to compete with it, you have to start making your content now. You have to start building out your catalog of content. You have to start building your fan base now, before AI gets too big, before AI is powerful enough to replace humans in essence. If you have a fan base, you'll be protected because your fans will be loyal, your fans will stay with you. If you don't have a fan base, you will be becoming irrelevant in the near future. You will have no friends, you will have no access to dating. um the great thing about becoming a content creator, the great thing about building out your kingdom is, most women that you wanna date will end up coming to you. Okay, you will never have to approach a woman. You will never have to, um, you know, in essence, beg for a date, beg for pussy. Women will line up because they would have seen your content. Women would have seen your videos before they ever met you. Women would have, they will see you as a king. They will understand that you are a king. They would already in their mind have made the decision that they would want to go on a date with you. Okay, and that is the power of content. That is the power of becoming a king, making building out a kingdom. You have the best dating opportunities. Women would already in their mind want to date you. They would have imagined dating you, and then you become the chooser in essence. Okay, you basically say, yes, I'll go on a date with this woman. and then you just got to invite her for coffee or whatever it is that you want to do, and that's how easy it will be. But if you don't make content, if you don't have a following, if you are a nobody in essence, you'll always lose out to somebody who is more popular than you. Okay, that is the future that we are moving towards. Okay, don't get angry with me, right? Don't be like, oh no, that sounds mean, that sounds like this. It's like, well, these are the facts that I'm spitting. Okay, this is where we are headed, right? And if you don't understand this, you will be left behind. Okay, so for your own interest, you better start making content now. Okay, make content, become a subject matter expert, build a following, and live life as a king.
What's going to happen with editors? I mean, obviously, no one's listening to you, our editors. Do you know what's going to happen to these editors? I have two editors here right now asking me to be a construction worker at the end of this video. I told them, no, Sam and Mike, we're not doing it. You're going to be editing for us. Teachers, in my opinion, will be affected by this, but in this opinion, according to Pew, they're not going to be. We'll see who's right. Lawyers and judges will not be affected by it. Bunch of judgmental people. Directors, managers, and CEOs won't be affected by it. HR managers won't be affected by it. Psychologists and psychiatrists, you're safe. Surgeons, you're safe for the time being. Computer system analysts, you're safe.
And just remember with the surgeons bit, Elon Musk's Neuralink operation, where he implants the chip into your fucking head, was done with a robotic arm. Okay, so AI might not affect surgeons' jobs or doctors' jobs, but a robotic, a robot could. Okay, so I don't think this is including a robot.
Artists and writers, although some people may say ChatGPT is starting to write a script. If you want to go on ChatGPT and say, write me a hip hop song in the words of the way Tupac would speak, but the way that Trump speaks. And then boom, you put it together. You can write music nowadays. How many people that are writing lyrics are using ChatGPT today that maybe they didn't have that 20 years ago? Maybe some of that is also being automated. Now, top 10 skills on the rise according to World Economic Forum. Number 1, creative thinking.
Creative thinking. If you watch my last video about TikTok and how shorts are destroying the YouTube platform, creativity is on the down right now. Okay, people are being spoon-fed content online. Creativity, it's one thing that the West has. What America has, what the West has, that China can't compete with, that Russia can't compete with. It is a creativity of these of a socially liberated, of a free country. Okay, it creates where you're allowed to express yourself, allowed to speak ideas. This is where creativity comes from. Whereas in China or socially politically repressed countries, there's certain things that you can't talk about, and we are moving slowly and slowly more to a politically repressed society. Okay, you can't say this. These people might get offended if you say that, and that kills creativity. For example, okay, if you really think about it, there's not going to be a lot of jobs left, and creativity will be the first that will not be allowed.
I don't know if Klaus Schwab knows that's been on the rise for a long time, but these guys just figured it out, so they put it on the list. Creative thinking, folks, is on the rise. For the first time in the history of mankind, we like creative thinking. Number 2, analytical thinking. This is the first time we've ever valued
analytical thinking. I'm sure if you get AI, ChatGPT, to analyze something, it will get advanced enough where it can do that as well.
Critical thinking, folks. It's never happened before, but today we value it. Number 3, technological literacy. Okay, maybe that's a new one right there. 4, curiosity and lifelong learning. I value that. Number 5, resilience, flexibility, and agility. 6,
I mean, in terms of resilience, we live in the least resilient society ever. There's a mental health crisis going on in this country where everybody speak to is facing some sort of mental illness, right? Whether it's anxiety, depression, these things are on the rise. So resilience is out the window. Okay, people are becoming more and more reliant on technology. It weakens them as people, and in the long run, they become more dependent on it. And this is what these leaders want for you. They want you to be dependent on them. And then that's when they swoop in and take full advantage of you. They will take your jobs and then they will make you fully dependent on their system.
6, system thinking. 7, AI and big data. 8, motivation and self-awareness. 9, talent management. And 10, service orientation and customer service. By the way, I fully agree with all these 10. I don't know if it's on the rise. It's always been valuable, but it's probably more valuable today than ever before, because most people who know how to do this, you're going to be able to see certain things that a machine may not be able to see. Which, by the way, I agree with this list. I think this is an evergreen list that's going to help you out, especially today with all the stuff that's going on with AI. But if you notice one thing on the list that's not on there, you notice it's not saying problem solving. It's not saying dealing with other people. Teamwork. Maybe because they don't believe we're going to be working together. That's what World Economic Forum thinks. They're thinking.
Exactly. They want you isolated. They want you to be by yourself, because the more we are divided, the stronger the powers to be are. This is one of the reasons why I created this channel, Royal Instinct. I'm looking for the people who have that instinct within them, that they are of royalty, that they deserve better lives, that they want to live a life of luxury, that they are in essence a king. Okay. Why do I not want to be a king by myself? Why am I searching for 100 like-minded people who want to be part of this movement, who want to join me on this journey? Because I'm trying to build a community of like-minded people. I'm trying to build a community, in essence, a royal alliance, a network of kings where we all help each other build out our kingdoms. Okay, because once I get to the top, they say it's lonely at the top. Okay, but I don't want to be lonely at the top. Right, I want it to be a massive party once I get to the top. And who the fuck do I want to party with? It will be the people who went on this journey with me, who decided to befriend me, fight side by side with me, build out their kingdoms, and fulfill our destinies to be the de facto leaders of the world. We'll be good leaders. We'll be very just. We'll do this for the benefit of the world. But we'll live lives of luxury here. Let's not get it twisted. Okay, why? Because we had the balls to go on this journey. We didn't just sit idly waiting for fucking AI to take over. No, we rose to the top. We put it into a chokehold, and we steered humanity into the direction where we wanted it to go. Because we're currently where we're going, literally will be you voluntarily imprisoned into the metaverse with AI dictating your life.
And everyone's going to be working from their home or a little bit cubicle in their house, so you don't have to learn how to interact with other people. Although number 10 is customer service, but you notice that's not on the list. Although I would put that on the list for conflict resolution. You're always going to need that. All right, so for some of you that want some high-paying jobs according to what the current market is looking at, here's the 10 highest-paying AI jobs and best salaries of 2024. Number 1, machine learning engineer, $109,000 average salary. AI engineer, $160,000. Data scientist, $65,000. Computer vision engineer, $168,000. Natural language processing engineer, $86,000. Deep learning engineer, $141,000. AI research scientist, $115,000. Business development manager, $196,000. AI product manager, $128,000. And AI consultant, $125,000. So if you're watching this.
So, he went through all the salaries, and you might think, shit, I need to get in on these jobs, so I can start developing some AI, so I can start making some money. However, AI very, very quickly will be able to self-correct itself. Okay, then you won't need a AI manager, or sorry, you would still need a handful of them, but there won't be like thousands of jobs that are available. There might be only a few hundred jobs. Okay, so and then once you have that job, do you want to lose that job? No, they'll become like the secret boys club where you will never be able to enter. Okay, in essence, we don't know what's coming. Okay, we don't know what the future holds. Right, one thing that is for certain is humans need to watch content. Okay, and if you can get in now and start making content, start building a fan base. Okay, and the world is so big right now. okay, where where people are yearning for leadership and content, and you will provide that role for them. You will become their king by default, and they will listen to you, they will serve you. Your followers would want to be part of your life, part of your mission, and help you achieve your goals and rise to the top. Okay. um it's not guaranteed if you learn these skills, if those jobs will still be available in 5 years from now.
So you're sitting there saying, Pat, I'm a little worried. Are you telling me my job's going to be replaced? It depends. If you sit there and do nothing about it, yeah, probably it is. By the way, everything in life, whether it's your career, business, marriage, kids, politics, everything's about leverage. So what does it mean about leverage? What leverage do you have in the economy for the economy to say, damn, we need this guy?
The thing is about what he's saying about building leverage is the world is moving so fast. It's like it's difficult, to keep up with what's going to be relevant. Where should I build my leverage? The only thing that you should be building your leverage for is your fame. It is your influence that you have on the world. And the best way to do it right now, okay, is by creating a fan base and building out content. Okay. Uh if if in 5 years from now, watching content online becomes irrelevant, let's say, right? You still have your fan base. And then if you move into the metaverse, which is coming, right, you'll be one of the first people who can get onto the metaverse and then welcome your fans with in open arms. You see, um, that is what you truly have to do. You have to build out a fan base, because then you can pivot and you always have your fan base. Your fan base is in essence your consumer base, right? Your customers. They'll always stick with you, and you just have to remain, a good person. You have to pledge to be not a piece of shit, and take your fans to a better future. Don't just rip them off. Don't just release some fucking shit coin and dump on them. Make sure that you give good advice, good help, and good guidance to your fans, because you'll need them to stick by you for the rest of your life. Okay. We're living in strange times. We're living in tough times. These conversations that he's saying 5-6 years ago would have sounded so dystopian, so something out of a sci-fi film, and now it is reality, and people are reacting too slow to this.
We can't lose this guy. What leverage do you have? What's your leverage? What's the leverage for your husband to say, man, frickin' this wife of a wife of mine is amazing. She's such a great mother. She does this, she does that. What's the leverage for a husband, your wife, to say, man, my husband is a frickin' amazing? What leverage do you have for your kids one day get married and have their own kids and have a choice between going to different in-laws to choosing you over the other in-law? What leverage do you have? What leverage do you have for people to want? Everything is about leverage and what you bring to the marketplace. So for those, a guy calls me the other day saying, hey, Pat, are you noticing your YouTube views dropping? So
again, these points that he was talking about leverage is the greatest leverage is if you are seen as a celebrity, if you are seen as a king, if you're seen as famous, if you have your own fan base. That is the greatest leverage. Okay, if you think, oh, I'm just going to be very good at this skill and then stay in my company, and then when AI comes, then maybe I can use my leverage, be like, oh, actually, I've done this for this company. There is no loyalty left from these corporations. Okay, there is no loyalty left. They'll do whatever is the cheapest, whatever is the most cost-effective option. Right, the greatest leverage you can build for yourself is by making content and building out a fan base. It's the only way to protect yourself.
not right now. He says, because a lot of us who are talking to each other, we're feeling it, and we're noticing that this is what's going on with us. And I said, listen, it's because you're doing the same content you did 4 years ago. What's changed about your content? Algorithms get bored. Audience gets bored. There's a lot of YouTubers that have 3, 4, 5, 10 million subscribers, that there is no new audience that's interested in their content today because they already know what they stand for. So no matter what it is, don't let this be a fear of AI. This is everything in life. If your business doesn't improve, clients are going to go elsewhere. If your vision is not real and the people working for your company aren't learning and improving, as long as you're ahead of the game, you don't have to worry about being replaced because you're...
I think we'll finish here. He's saying like, as long as you're ahead of the game, of your competition. The game's changing constantly. Okay, 10 years ago, the correct path in life was to go to university, get a degree, and get a job. Right now, people don't work in the corporate world anymore. Now, people work from home. Okay, like the game is constantly changing, and with technology, the game will change more frequently, more quicker. A lot of people won't be able to keep up because to learn a skill, to train up a skill takes time. Okay. And that's why I feel sorry for the newer generation, the younger people, because they won't be able to keep up with the ever changing um scene, with the changing advancements in the world. Okay, the only thing that is a guarantee is that if you rise to the top, become famous, that you amass a fan base, and whatever you do going forward in life, that fan base will stay with you, right? Your fans will remain loyal because you provide leadership, you provide relevance, you provide guidance, um, and that's the only way to protect yourself. Okay, if you want the best business opportunities in life, you have to build out a kingdom. You have to be seen as a king. That's when you get the best of everything in life: the best dating opportunities, the best business deals, the best financial opportunities, the best social opportunities, and then you don't have to worry about all this shit that Patrick is talking about. Okay, PBD, whatever you call himself. But that is it. The only thing that is the only safe bet left in the world is for you to become a content creator. If you want help, if you want to learn how to be a charismatic leader, if you want to become somebody who can exert influence and protect yourself with the future, then go to rawlinstinct.com. For everybody else, that is it for today. Take care.